So when I was in the second grade, my teacher sent home a progress report and it had a note on it that said, Samantha does not pay attention in class. Well, I knew I could not take that note home. So I got an eraser and I scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed until the word not was gone. I was so proud of myself. And then I went home and gave the note to my grandma. When she read it, she was like, how nice of your teacher to send me a note to let me know that you do pay attention in class. And I was like, yeah, she's the best. So Grandma was like, I'm going to send her a note back to let her know how much I appreciate her sending me a note that says, Samantha does pay attention in class. So it's like, well, she doesn't really have time to read notes. She's very busy. And Grandma's like, it's okay. Just give it to her and let me know what she thinks. So that night, she's like, how did Miss Fawcett like your letter? The note that I sent her. And I was like, oh my God. I had it in my book and then I looked again and it was gone. I don't know what happened to it. So Grandma's like, really? And I said, yeah. She goes, well, you know what? It's fine. I'm going to call her. And I'm going to let her know how much I appreciate her note saying how you do pay attention in class. So I said, well, you can't call her. And she was like, why? And I said, well, she's sick. She has laryngitis. Her voice is gone. We can't even hear her. We don't know what she's saying. So she can't talk on the phone. So my grandma's like, well, then I'm going to go to school and see her. Because if she's sick, I need to take her some soup or something. And I said, oh, no. She doesn't like visitors. She's actually not that nice in person. She doesn't feel like talking to people. So she's probably going to be rude to you. And I don't want that. So Grandma's like, I'm coming tomorrow to pick you up from school. Do not get on the bus. Wait in her room and I'm going to pick you up. So all day long, I'm trying to think about, like, how am I going to get out of this? So my grandma comes to get me. She's standing on one side of me. Miss Fawcett is standing on the other side. They're both just smiling. And Miss Fawcett says, Samantha, is there anything that you want to tell your grandma about your progress report? And I said, well, I didn't want to tell you this, but I spilled some water on it. And I was trying to wipe up the water, and I think that I might have rubbed off some words. I don't really know, but I don't think that the progress report said what it was supposed to say. Well, Miss Fawcett and my grandma both just bust out laughing. And they're laughing, just having a good old time. So I start laughing too. Like, this is great. And then my grandma's face gets serious, and she says, you are a very